Ed from Pinball Mayhem here. Quick update on the Frenzy Berzerk Russian Attack cabinet restore project. I started working on the left cabinet and got everything glued together and clamped. As you can see, the boards that we were doing some minor fitting to, I got those two glued in and all clamped and attached. I did get the boards for the right cabinet fitted. They just need to be glued. But as you can see down here, there's plenty of repair that still needs to happen to solder that up. And so I want to glue those boards in, clamp it, and do a lot of clamping at the same time. So I need every single clamp free at that point. I also got the tops glued and clamped. Those clamps can probably come off today. All the clamps are going to come off today, and I'm going to be working on gluing this bottom one. As for the left cabinet, let me show you a little closer about what I did. I still have that clamp on the top from the first time. The right side I did notice was bowed out a little bit, so I gave that a good clamping. And in the front here, I like to have wood on the leading edge of everything. I'm not going to worry too much about these small tears. I'm going to fill those with filler, just because this isn't an edge that gets set on, or doesn't seem a lot of activity that way. I did try to repair what we had here. Yeah, I did the repair what I could, and I even did, there's a small spot where it's separating here. I glued and clamped it. I did the same on the right. I just peeled the wax paper off. I try to reuse as much as I can, and that just needs a minor sanding. That'd be ready to go. So this machine is pretty close to being ready for filler. One thing I did want to point out is I ended up throwing, there's 2 ring shank nails in this one, or spiral nails, and the other cabinet had only 1 that drove into this board. I ended up putting 2 in here, and I used this nail set on a hammer to try to set them down a little bit below, so there's some room to put some body filler in. And see the original nails too. You'll notice there'll be some nails popping. If you're going to be doing filler and sanding the whole thing, this is your best chance to set those down deeper when you glue the joints, and put filler over them. Even if it's popping a little bit, I'll just resand it. It's just going to keep popping. Take a knife, chisel out what you can, put new filler in, punch that back down where it should be, because when you move it, it's going to keep popping out more. And if the nail's way sticking out, pull it out and put a fresh nail in. Something like a ring shank, something that's going to grip the wood, maybe put a little bit of glue on that nail, and keep it in from popping out. Make it easier. I guess the next step for this cabinet is going to be stand it up. I'm going to check the back to see if there's any repairs to the top, gluing and clamping repairs, not filler yet. I'm not worrying about that yet. This one, I don't believe it's going to need much for wood add-on. I might want to do a little bit something here, glue a chunk of wood in when I'm doing the other side. But I think my next step here is just to take the orbital on the whole cabinet and just take as much of this black off. I want to bring down more orange to make it easier to paint over. I want to rough up everything I'm painting orange, just so that the paint has something to stick to, and any divots or dents I have an opportunity to find and fill. Cabinet on the right, my next goal is going to be, once I get all these clamps freed up, I'm going to finish preparing the bottom. It's going to be one massive clamping. I got some strips of wax paper ready for those sides, so I don't do what I did last time. And yeah, just one massive clamping, and try to get it at the bottom all solided up before I stand it up, and once again just evaluate the rest of the cabinet for repair. That's really my goal. Make sure anything that's glued and clamped before I start adding wood. Then I got to start do a light sanding on the whole thing. I like to do that quickly before I add wood, and then I'm going to start adding in here where it's important. Same things on the other one. This one I need to replace a whole piece here, and saying this bottom edge is going to need some repair. So that's going to be interesting to see how that comes together. I'll definitely show it. I did realize I got a little bit of I'm probably dealing with some mold, so I sprayed some concoction on there to hopefully kill off what there was, but I also opened up the doors to get some fresh air going through here while that evaporates. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, check out the other videos, and make sure you can also follow us along on Facebook and Instagram.